Who hates their job? Give me a groan. I don't. I love my job. I'm about to start a new job, and I think my new boss is somewhere in the audience tonight. Are you there? Hi. I'm thrilled. I'm so looking forward to it. If I have to have a job, I'm so glad it's this one. But that's the caveat. If I have to have a job. Because I don't want to sit or stand in front of a desk for 8 hours a day. I want to write awful poetry and get up before sunrise and then have a really long nap. The reason I haven't done this is these things. Those of us who live in Sydney, we've got to pay our weekly rent, we've got to pay for our home loans, and it doesn't come cheap. So I don't know if you can tell from my accent, I wasn't born here. I'm actually from Old South Wales, and things are a bit different there. Jobs are hard to come by, and a lot of people are looking at alternative lifestyles. So this is Simon Dale's house, which is in the Lammas village in South Wales, and it's actually made out of straw bales. This one is Charlie and Meg's house, and they're working with the councils to get planning permission for these. But what strikes me is that they are so comfortable. Just look at that. It's so cozy and organic and pretty, and it just feels good. And the people who live in these communities work together to build them. They use local, renewable materials, and they get together in groups and build each house. One of the founding members costed his first one at $5,000. That's like a month's rent here, right? So a house for $5,000, is it going to be any good? This is me learning about straw bale in Mudgee. I went on a 4-day course with Viva Homes, who are professional straw bale builders in Australia, and we learned about the material and what it can do. And I went back again for a long weekend in the Blue Mountains to work on one of their projects. That's me mixing up some lime render. And I learned a lot about what straw bale is. So it is a renewable natural material, but you do have to be careful what type you use. This is a bushfire test done by CSIRO, and it passed. It's actually approved to be used in some bushfire zones. It's got an insulation rating of R10 to 15, which is 5 times what we need in Sydney. And wolves cannot blow it down. People are already building them in Australia. This is a straw bale home built by Viva Homes. It's got straight walls and floors. It's got all the mod cons, all the luxuries, and it's got the benefit of being an eco-material. So can we have one of these and then quit our jobs? No. It's going to save money in the long run by being more energy efficient, but it costs about the same to build. So other materials that I looked at as well, I learned how to build walls out of cob or out of compacted earth. And then these are earth ships, where you take an old car tyre and pack it with dirt from your own building site. So it's a free material, just takes a lot of labour. But apart from the materials, can we look at the scale of our projects? We don't need big houses out here. We are so lucky. Unlike those poor Welsh hippies, we can go outside into the sunshine at least 3 times a year. And some of these tiny houses are just so beautifully designed. They've got clever little features. The smaller the space, the more creative you need to be. This one you can actually buy plans for online at tinyhousebuild.com. It's just over 19 square metres, and it's built for a family of 4. It's completely off-grid with a compost toilet and recycled water. It's got a bench that converts into a dining table. It's got a lounge that converts into a second bed. It's got everything that you could possibly need, and it's really quite gorgeous. Look them up online. There are thousands of different examples of people creating these tiny homes, and sometimes they report costing less than $10,000. My only reservation, how warm is a wooden shed going to be in the winter? And wouldn't a trailer like that result in boiled human in the summer? So that took me back to straw bales again, and this is the little design that I came up with for my house, which is very simple, 1 room with a sleeping platform, and I know how to build this now. I just need somewhere to build it. So I started looking for eco-communities in Australia, and here's one. This is Kookaburra Park up in Queensland. And everybody here has an acre of land to use themselves. Plots are starting from $33,500. It's a long way from Sydney, but we're quitting our jobs, right? So if you want to stick 2 fingers up at your boss like me, hi boss, then you need to do your own research, find out what's going to be good for you, design your own house, and then find like-minded people, because that's what I'm here doing tonight. I want to meet you and talk more about this. Look me up, let's go for a cup of tea, and who knows, maybe we'll even start our own little eco community.